Welcome to the Grace Kid podcast. Thanks so much for joining us. This is episode 2 of season number 2. And this year, 2023, we are going through a monthly challenge to grow in personal evangelism. So today I have a special guest with me who's going to help me tell you what the next couple months of challenges look like.
Hi, my name is Blake White. I am 9 years old. I was on season 1, episode 30, talking about Esther with you guys. And let's just start, Kyler.
Let's get into it. And just so you all know, in episode 30, Blake had recently got corgis. And so we are going to save corgi time with Blake for the end. So you don't want to miss that. So listen through this whole thing. But let's get into it. So January, just to recap, January we started off with prayer and fasting, which was to fast from something, primarily food, but you could fast from other things to dedicate that time to spending more time with God. And then February, Henry taught us about, we talked about writing our story. And so our story is our testimony. And sometimes we can think about it as a book. Like, what if our life was written as a book and it was nonfiction, it was true? What would be in that book? So Blake, you have a testimony. Mm-hmm. Could you share a little bit about it?
Yeah, just like a little thing about my story. I was about probably 6 or 7 years old or probably 5 actually, when I started learning about how you could actually accept Jesus into your heart. And one day it just came upon me, like I feel like Jesus kind of told me, you need to do this now, like you need to go. And that was the same day that there was baptisms. So I went over and talked to my parents about it. And they were like, okay, if you're ready, we're ready too with you. And I got baptized the same year that I started learning more and more about God.
Yeah, absolutely. And even in your own story, we're still in the beginning chapters, right? Like the book isn't over. You still have so much more to go, but it's something that we can share with other people. And so, which reminds me about our March challenge. So what is our March challenge?
So our March challenge is to invite someone over, maybe somebody that doesn't fully believe in Jesus, and just talk to them about it. Even if they do, maybe talk still about it. You could go out, you could stay at your house, you could go and over to their house, maybe even, and just kind of have some dinner with them and just talk to them. Yeah.
And the easiest way, I think the best way too of like hanging out with people is with meals. Like it's oftentimes so much fun. Like what is a good place to go out to like go to dinner with friends at?
Okay, I don't know if this is like a good place for friends, but with my family, I always go to Cactus Grill.
Cactus Grill?
Yeah.
I think Whataburger is up there. I always say it wrong. And now Blake is upset.
Whataburger, by the way, guys.
Whataburger. Yeah. But going out to eat with friends or inviting like friends or family friends over for dinner, which is something you guys are doing, right?
Mm-hmm. On Sunday, we're having a few friends over. I don't know if we fully taught them about God. Maybe we just push them to help them more. But it's always fun, so they can come over, their kids play with us, and my parents talk to them, and it's always so fun for my parents and us.
Yeah, and your family does this like a lot.
Yeah.
Like almost every night is having people over or talking with people, having dinner together and talking about Jesus and talking about your guys' story. You know, your parents' testimony, your testimony, and also sharing that not just with parents, but even you, Blake, you can talk to their kids about your story and just play with them. Like sometimes just having fun is a great way to share Jesus with them.
Yeah.
And so, which brings us to next month, April. So Blake, what happens in April?
So my birthday is in April, and actually, fun fact, about like 5-6 years ago, my birthday was on Easter, and that's reminding me of. In April, our challenge is to invite somebody to the Easter
service. Yeah.
The Easter service.
Yeah. And even just like in our challenge right now in March of inviting someone over for dinner to share your story, you could also just say, hey, would you consider going to the Easter service with me? Like, or would you be against going to the Easter service with me? Because I think the Easter service is a lot of fun. It's really cool. It's a lot of fun. And church is fun. Like church can be really fun. So yeah, that's our challenge for April. So if you haven't done any of the challenges, I challenge you to pick up where we are or even go back and do the other challenges. Like if you haven't prayed and fasted, do that. If you haven't written your story, write your story. Or pick up where we are right now and invite someone over for dinner. Maybe you have what kind of people, Blake, could you invite over for dinner? Could you invite a neighbor?
Neighbors, friends, parents, like that's how we met some of my mom's friends, like friends' parents, and like even like my cousin's friends have been over at our house.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What about like school?
Like friends from school.
Friends from school. Friends from sports or activities. Literally anyone that you know, invite them over for dinner. So that's the challenge for March. And then again, April, invite them to the Easter service, which is a great opportunity for them to learn more.
I definitely rate the Easter service better than the Christmas. Sorry, but I just do.
You're Easter over Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah. So also the Easter service is a great service for people to learn about who Jesus is. So those are our challenges. And so obviously pick up where we are or do one that you haven't done yet. But now it's time for Corgi Time with Blake. So Blake, give us a rundown of the Corgis.
Okay. So my Corgis are important to me. And last time I felt like they only got a little part in the podcast. And if he doesn't put this on here, I'm going to be so mad at him. But so I have one Corgi named Lou who I feel like is super sweet and loves a lot of people. But then I'm over here, George, he might be a little chubby and fat, but you would like him. George is more of a people person kind of person. And then you have Lou, who might be afraid of you, but after a while you'll get used to him. And I just felt like they didn't get a big part last time, and I probably already said that, but they didn't.
So now we had Corgi Time with Blake.
We had Corgi Time with Blake.
And Blake, your Corgis, they're not just like house dogs. They go on camping trips.
Yes, they go on camping trips, even though sometimes Kyler is afraid to go on camping trips. They still do.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing that up again.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was Corgi Time with Blake. But tune in next month, where we'll recap our challenges, hopefully tell stories about what God has done in our challenges and let you know what's coming up. So thanks so much for listening. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Ask, seek, we ask, no, he'll hear us seek. You'll find Jesus knock. Door will be open for you and me. We ask, no, he'll hear us.